Alright, so I'm doing this short quick video right here just to show you guys my 100% completion of Mario Kart World. All these clips you're seeing right here are clips from my Switch 2's recording capabilities, so yeah, I'm just going to cut to the chase, not going to do any fancy intro, so basically what I have for you guys here is I'm just going to show you guys my 100% completion of the entire single player mode when it comes to Grand Prix all the way through the free roam mode. And yes, I'm going to be including Knockout Tour too. So obviously the Grand Prix was probably the easiest task, and I think the only difficult thing I did was the mirror mode, which obviously was the flipped courses, and I got confused, so there were a few times where I did get, there was a few difficult things. So Grand Prix mirror mode, it really wasn't that hard, so that's all the way. Next is Knockout Tour. Now this was probably the most daring task I could have ever did, because obviously Knockout Tour is Blue Shell Mania, and you know, if someone behind you catches up to you and gets like 6 miles ahead, then you know it's impossible to catch up unless you pray that an item hits them, like a blue shell or something like that. But anyways, I did it, and it was difficult, I could say the least. It was pretty freaking hard. Now, the free roam mode, this was probably daring task number 2. This was probably the thing that took me like the longest, but the thing is, it did only take me like 3 or 4 days to complete this. There were ways, obviously, before the update that you could track your progress, so that was pretty good. So yeah, that was all good and all. However, the P-Switch missions did take the longest. They did take a long time for me to do them. I will admit to this, for the Peach medallions, I did look up a walkthrough on how to get some of the Peach medallions, because some of them were in places where I felt like it was just impossible to reach them, but I did eventually get them. Some of them were pretty painful to get, and yeah, there was just some painful P-Switch missions. And however, for the panels, the question panels, these weren't that hard to get, okay? So most of these were pretty easy to actually find. And yeah, I completed this in the span of probably at least 7 to 8 days. So the entirety of Mario Kart World really wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say it was anything near as bad as Mario Odyssey's 999 Moons. But it still was a pretty daring task. And I don't even know if Nintendo, maybe they might likely add DLC in the future when it comes to getting extra P-switches, extra Peach medallions, and maybe even extra question block panels, but who knows. But the one thing that really kind of upsets me is that when you 100% this game, you get nothing. Nothing. You get absolutely nothing for completing this.
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Which is a pretty big insult, because I'm a completionist when it comes to these kinds of games, and to get a reward after completing all these daring tasks, to not get a reward is pretty insulting, okay? But the thing is, I'm not going to let it get to me, because I have God to thank for it, for my patience and everything that has been going on for the last week and a half. So I only have Him to thank, and purify my glory and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, you know? And in John 3:9 states that no one born of God makes practicing of sin, for God's seed abides in him, and he cannot keep on sinning because he has been born of God. This means that a person who is a true believer will not habitually or willingly sin, because the new nature of God within them compels them to live righteously. While this verse does not mean believers become sinless, it suggests that they will have a different attitude towards sin and will not continue a life of deliberate sin. So yeah, I just had to throw in that extra verse, because what's this video being complete without some sort of holy touch, you know? But yeah, I just had to throw that in because I have to say something from the Bible, because it's just my nature, okay? That's just how it is nowadays. But anyways, I really hope you guys got some good footage of this video and stuff, and that great verse and all that. But stay tuned. I will be uploading more stuff very soon, hopefully. I really don't know when my next video is going to come out. Might be another review of this game, like I said. But anyways, I'll see you guys on another video. God bless, and have a glorified, godly day. Catch you later.